Totally, but I think that we're evolving as a consciousness. You said that humanity is like a species or an organism.
Like one single organism.
I see it as a consciousness, and we're evolving, and now we're stepping into greater conflict, so that when we resolve it, we'll be elevated.
Yeah,
and the only way for us to elevate is to go through conflict. Yeah. If you look at anything we do,
of course,
when you exercise, you got to push yourself to the point. Like Josh, a little bit more, and the next day you're stronger. When you look at a relationship, when you fight, if you work your way through the fight, you'll come out stronger and feeling more sense of intimacy. So as a culture and society now, I think this conflict we're having is a blessing. Mm-hmm. And we're in it now because the question is, how do we step into that conflict? How do we handle that in a way of mutual trust and respect? But in the belief, and this is where it gets dangerous, is that if we don't believe that we're going to come out elevated and we think we're in this all the time, you're always in this negative thing. But you're like, no, I understand that there's conflict and there's energy in this conflict that if we use it right, if we utilize it right, if we handle it right, we can elevate as individuals, as a community, as a society, as a nation. Like we can do that. And I think that's just what we're going through now.
Yeah.
And for me, a big part that we're losing with the algorithm, social media, and just with all is the ability to listen. Mm-hmm. I think especially this is not the Instagram, for instance, is not built for listening. Instagram is built for the selfie. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's just built. It created a selfie, built for that. So it's all about me talking. I have my own distribution channel. I'm talking. No one's listening. And one thing about the Skin Deep is we create the space for listening. You're watching two people talk. Imagine me trying to pitch this 8 years ago to some. Mm-hmm. Hey,
no, it wasn't the time.
They're like, no. Well, we started 2015. No one would put money. We just started. It's like, I want to film two people talking. You're like, It's like the Seinfeld show. It's a show about nothing, about two people. But like, it's creating a space for listening. And I think there's many ways to listen. But I think that's like to me, one angle of helping us get out is actually practicing listening instead of talking.
But by listening, what do you mean? Like the two persons that are listening to each other? Or the person who's observing?
Both.
Okay.
Both. It's happening to both, right? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I think that's what... But that's what I mean just generally in society is... What if we just took a different approach and instead of posting people talking, you posted people listening. And the version of that is instead of people giving answers, people ask questions.
Yeah.
And I think that's one thing I've learned from this project is, especially in Western society, we're so focused on the solution. If you have the answer, you're it.
Yeah.
But we don't take the time to say, well, are we asking the right question? Or can we ask a better question? Yeah. And if you actually focus on asking the question, a really good question, the answer becomes obvious. So we put so much energy in the answer because we're like so production oriented. Yeah. Western culture is so much about what are we making, what are we producing. Mm-hmm. What if we focus on the question? They're playing. What are they playing? They're playing the website.
Well, just to have an idea of what are we talking about.
Well, this is the end. This is the trailer of basically people of all shapes and sizes and cultures and talking to each other, asking each other questions. Mm. And the whole spectrum of human experience.
What you just said was very important. Just are we asking the right questions? And I know exactly what you're saying. Sometimes it's even more productive to ask questions than really having the answers.
Yeah,
that's simple.
That's simple. I'm telling you, that deck of cards. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, go play that with your sisters. That's going to be so powerful. Go play with anybody. I just brought that. That's the healing edition, and I only brought that because that's the last deck I had at home. It's the only one I had, so I brought that. But
so there's example. Well, I mean, there's like 3 examples here. What do you treasure most about our relationship? Then there's another one. What do you think there is for others to learn from our relationship? When do you think was the last time I healed something through you? Wow,
right?
Pretty cool.
You ask different questions. Mm-hmm. You have to come up with an answer. So instead of saying like. If you ask the question, how does this conflict make us better? So instead of you focusing on like, this guy's pissing me off, we have a conflict, oh my God, how can I convince him? Say, okay, how is this conflict making us better? Oh, okay, well, I have to like pivot the whole, and you're making a new neuron connection. And you're like pivoting the whole thing that like, wait, conflict doesn't necessarily have to be bad. It could be better. It make things better. Let's talk about that. So there's so much power in the question of just shifting. So you're in a room full of people and say like, what's our company about?